All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarah Soon said he kick back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. That's right, family. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarah Soon said YouTube page, a dynamic page, Black Power Energy and Frequency. You're feeling that frequency and energy. You should become a member. The link right down in the video description, also in the chat room. Click that link. You'll get an introduction video rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarah Soon Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm. KingSeti.com online marketplace. Official General Sarah Soon Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house, 25% off selected items at this time. Save and shop and save, family. That's right. KingSeti.com. Pull the fire alarm. GeneralSeti.com. SETI University, over 1,200 videos, probably even more. A pure heat presented by General SETI himself on all the subjects that you know and love. And not only do you got the videos from General SETI, you also got the Grandmaster teachers, the supplemental, but also monumental and instrumental research material lectures, documentaries from the Grandmaster teachers with an overview from the general, giving you 360 degrees of pure African academic wisdom and knowledge. Cannot be compared to no other website on the planet. Become a member today. GeneralSeti.com. You already know SETI popping on Patreon, dropping bombs, ring the alarm. General SETI is on Patreon. Exclusive live streams, too hot to handle on YouTube. Too hot, too raw for YouTube. Exquisite live stream that you cannot see on any other platform. You should become a patron today so that you can stick your hands down in that academic treasure chest. I got treasure chests all over the place that you're going to become addicted to when you get access to that information. You ain't going to want to let it go. Make sure you subscribe. Join my Patreon. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels. King SETI, General SETI, Sarah Soon SETI. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. Ray will ban you first. All right. Now let's deal with this information out here. Let's deal with it. Let me get this in here. Okay. Good. All right. Now, Vladimir Putin need to shut his mouth about Gaza and Israel. Now, why did I say that? Because, see, this is why we, black people, we ain't, unless we explain it to the world that we the rightful, and when we talk about Palestine, we're not just talking, we talking about North Africa. We talking about all of what they call the Middle East. That got to come back under African rule. You see, that got to come back up under African rule. And it's a military understanding of why I break that down. We're not just singling out and saying, just talking, no, Palestine is an extension of North Africa. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's an extension. And what they call the Middle East is an extension of North Africa. Let me get that. Let me get this in here. Let me get this in here. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, from a cultural, historical understanding that land had always belonged to African people who were the primary and rightful owners of all that. And that these people that you calling Arabs today, that you calling Turks today, all of those Caucasians, They come from up out of, and they didn't even come from the Caucasus Mountain. They come from up out of the heart of Russia. And that's true. When you think about it, look it up. Look at where the homeland of the Turk from. The homeland of the Arab. These is Caucasian peoples that come deep. They don't, they're not even from Caucasia. They deeper back. You understand? Up there in that Russian area, that Ukraine, Russia. You see what I'm saying? That's the heartland of the European. You see the Caucasoid. They ain't even goddamn original. See, people look and say, oh, European, that ain't their land. That ain't even their land. You see? That ain't even their land. Now, say, Seti, why you talk like that? Seti, why you talking like that? Let's deal with the goddamn facts. When you look at number one, not long ago, Israel was the number 2 nation in the world with skin cancer. Number 2, only behind Australia. And that probably embarrassed the shit out of them. You understand what I'm saying? Because, they supposed to be the peoples of the book. You see? And I tried to, you understand? So people understand this shit. You understand what I'm saying? And people, I say, when we get to talking about, wait a minute, let me get the book. So that y'all understand this shit. I don't want you to know, because when people say Judaism is a religion. Okay? Wait a minute, let me clear some things up. It's just a religion. It's not a race. That's what they say. And so, though I know that this is parables, and I understand that, but I like going in their house and starting war. I don't, it's easier for me to do it that way. And so when we talk about whether, because we got to distinguish, do these people, and that include the Arab. You see, because both of them claim to be Semitic. And we have to clear that term up, because a lot of people don't know what that means. It's actually Shemitic. Ain't no goddamn Semitic. See, what the fuck is a Semitic? It's Shemitic. You see? And I'm gonna break that down so that we're gonna get back on Vladimir Putin, because he, talking about it, and he's in goddamn Ukraine, bombing we look at. I didn't see Ukraine, man. He didn't bomb damn near every fucking city in goddamn Ukraine. You see what I'm saying? Especially on that eastern border with Russia. Man, and all through there. He didn't bomb the shit out of that country. And he got enough nerve to talk about what's going on. That just show you them goddamn cavemen. They just, it don't faze them at all. When it's in their interest, when it's in their motherfucking interest, they don't give a fuck. They gonna bomb, they gonna destroy. But see, they understand that if they knock their ass out the box over there, you see, it's about that oil. You see, it's about access to some of them, the Mediterranean. It's access to the Baltic. You see what I'm saying? In that certain nations, if they in control of the enemy, certain of them countries' enemies, that they could restrict them from having access to geographical landmarks, waterways, seas, rivers, and everything else that very, very well could be strategic in the national security of that nation. You see? And so you see Russia is up there in Syria and so on and so forth, because I don't know if it's some access to the Mediterranean. You see what I'm saying? I believe that probably is some access to the Mediterranean. If they seize that from Russia and shit, this, that, and the third, then they don't have no fucking access. You see what I'm saying? They ain't got no goddamn access. And then you got Turkey, which is a flip-flopping ass nation. You understand? They all over the place. They one day they with NATO, now today they with Palestine and shit and this, that, and the third. You understand? I'm gonna tell you something. And I'm gonna do a video. They gonna end up going to war with Turkey. They gonna end up going to war with the West. Even though them motherfuckers is in NATO, they gonna, if they don't go to war with them, they gonna end up assassinating that motherfucker over there. That's their president. Yeah, they gonna end up assassinating that motherfucker over there. You understand what I'm saying? They gonna get him on up out of there. He gonna be the next motherfucking Gaddafi. He gonna be the next motherfucking Saddam Hussein. Erdogan. He gonna be the next motherfucking Gaddafi or the next goddamn Saddam Hussein. Watch what I tell you. You see what I'm saying? Let's deal with this. Now, for people that say, you know, that it's all that Judaism is a religion and that anybody could just join. Where did you get that from? See, when you see people thinking they being smart, it's not just you can join. You see, if you stick to the book, and that's what you say you believe in this motherfucker, right? Then, goddamn it, I hold you to the book. I don't let you come in with, because then, see, what you're doing is you giving these people that they call Caucasian Israelis and access to being sovereign over the land, because they claim that they are Israelis. I want them to prove it based on the book. Now, what it says here, and if anybody want to read it, it's in Genesis. It's Genesis 17, starting at verse 5. And it says, neither shall thy name anymore be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham. And Ham means black, and they know that. We don't even have to dispute that. That's what it means. It means black. So that right there knock you out the box right there. For a father of many nations have I made thee, and I will make thee exceedingly fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee. Now listen, this is what's critical. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee in thy seed after thee in the generations, for an everlasting covenant to be a God unto thee and to thy seed after thee. It didn't say nothing about no goddamn convert. It said seed. And so when you look in there and it say Isaac begot Jacob and Jacob begot Judah and the 12 tribes and he begot, they stay to a bloodline. They don't say you could just come into the goddamn become the only way you can become a part of the nation, but is that I believe if you's a slave and they adopt you in or some shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't even believe, even then you don't have no rights to what, you still don't have no rights. You don't have no rights. See, to understand, so we have to understand that it's about blood. Okay, it's about goddamn blood. And so I'm tired of people always talking about anybody could be. No, anybody can't based on the book. You see what I'm saying? Based on the book. And that's what, and so we have to prove how in the fuck a Caucasian. And that's what they are, Caucasians. Okay? It says Abraham came from Ur of Chaldea, which, sticking to the book, this is for motherfuckers that, see, I'm giving y'all ammunition. You see, I'm giving y'all ammunition. You see, it said that Abraham was born in Ur Chaldea, which is a area of what they also call Sumeria, that they call Babylon. Up in that area is, and so that what they call Babylon, with that which they call Assyria, all of that, according to the Bible, was founded by Nimrod, who was the son of Ethiopia, which in the ancient times was the Sudan. Nubia. See, that's crazy, because when you look on the wall, you see the Nubians. I ain't talking about the niggas of the day. Them not the, and I had to tell on them because they are part of this Illuminati, and I had to say that. All of these motherfuckers that you see out here today in the Middle East, and they didn't rename all them lands and shit. When they was renaming them goddamn lands, they named that one over there too, Ethiopia. I just want to state that for a fact. Okay, I don't care. Remember who you heard it from. When the British went over there, because they was over there too. They was over there in what they call Ethiopia too. The British was over there too. The British is the ones that got them damn Italians up out of Ethiopia. You see what I'm saying? But they seized control nonetheless. And so wherever they had control, they went to rename and shit and this, that, and the third, because originally it was Abyssinia. And then all of a sudden it became Ethiopia. You see what I'm saying? You got all 9 areas that didn't have no name. Now you got a Palestine, and now you got a fucking Lebanon, and you got, and they was gonna name Iraq, Mesopotamia. So yeah, they was trying to rename all this shit, some biblical, some nations up out the Bible, and say, you know what, we are the original Palestinian. I'm the original Israeli. I'm the original Lebanese. I'm the original Mesopotamian. And so that they could thinking that they can have some rights to them lands over there. You see what I'm saying? For motherfuckers who use the Bible as real history. I only use it to state the obvious, that you originally knew that this belonged to African people. That's all I use it. You know this originally belonged to African people, don't you? You know that, don't you? You know it said in the Bible too. Your great granddaddy spoke too soon, and now you got to look at, now you got to contradict your great granddaddy. You see what I'm saying? That's really what you got to do right now. You see what I'm saying? So what they did today, you got what they call Ethiopia, which is Greek. It's Greek. That's what I'm going to call it. What they call the Nubians didn't call their land Ethiopia, even though Homer, when he said Ethiopia, he meant Sudan, not the Ethiopia of the day. They just named that nation Ethiopia. See, that's the illusion. That's the illusion. Because now they got some of them niggas to sign up and say, oh, you know what? Because when people learn that the Nubian is actually the Ethiopian they talking about in the book, and then they say Nimrod is the son of Ethiopia, and it's the Ethiopia Nubia, and you see these Nubian black as hell, then you gonna say, wait a minute. You mean to tell me the Nubians were over there? Them dark black Nubians founded Mesopotamia and all of that, not the mixed breed motherfuckers. No, because the thing is, they got their dad. A lot of them got the love of their daddy in their heart. Yeah. That's really what it boils down to. And so they could get, they get them niggas, some of them niggas to sign off on all that habashash. I don't ease up on them. I don't ease up on them. You see what I'm saying? I know we got some family over there but when it comes to that, because if you do not drop that motherfucking hammer on that understanding, They is gonna let them motherfuckers in the back door, and they gonna take more land. They gonna be like, come on in. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when a motherfucker got the key and they get in there and, and they get in there so they can let their homies through the back. That's what they doing. They got the key and they opening up the back. You understand? They say, come on in, come on in. Yeah, this us. We Afro-Semitics. We a fake ass term. How the fuck is you gonna name a language after a fictional motherfucker? See, this is what I understand this. I understand this. When you say, shim, you say shim. You say shim. And so that's where you get the term Semitic. You got other terminology, but based on that's what they're trying to say. That they descend from Shem. Shemitic. How the fuck is you gonna name a language after a motherfucker that never existed? How is you gonna name a group of languages after a motherfucker that never existed? You see, that's the fake shit. So they didn't sign in on this shit all together. Say, we need somebody to be the Israeli. That's us. We run the show. You see, that's the white man say, we run the show. So we're gonna be the Israelis. We're gonna let you niggas be the Mesopotamians. We're gonna let you niggas be the Lebanese. We're gonna let you niggas be the Palestinian. We're gonna let you Arabs be the Palestinian. Okay, we need somebody to play Ethiopia. Okay, you be Ethiopia. Okay, you be Ethiopia. And when I knock on that motherfucking door, you let me in. That's why they go to Israel. They still go there. They live like them. When it's time for them to, they switch over. They go in order to become a citizen. They go through all the rituals. The Caucasian Jew. They go through all the even if it's goddamn being circumcised again and shit and all of this shit. They go through. They fall right in line with that shit. You see what I'm saying? They fall right in line. Talking about they the original, but when they take their ass over there, they fall right in line with white Judaism. They fall right in line with it. You see what I'm saying? If you the original motherfucker, why would you go take yourself over there and belittle yourself and allow them to usurp you? And you the ancient one. You see what I'm saying? That's not true. A lot of them, and again, a lot of them motherfuckers is and I say that. And I say that, anytime you can get motherfuckers say they ain't African. And so when I see the Afro-Asiatic, they got the Afro-Semitic language group. They stopped that shit. They let the Somalians, the Eritreans and Ethiopia, and they let all them in so they could take the Nile out of there. You see what I'm saying? Oh, man, you got to see what they doing. Yeah. And then you see a line, and they don't show no other languages in Africa that got any connection to the languages of Egypt and shit. Like, I say, man, what the fuck is going on? And you look in South Sudan, and you see the real Nubians, then you see the mixed breed motherfucker. I'm going to say it just like that. You see, I got to say it. I'm on my Chancellor Williams shit today. I'm on my Chancellor Williams destruction of black civilization shit today. Yeah, Chancellor told it just later. It's these mixed breeds. It was the motherfucker that sold us out. That's what the shit boiled down to. Dr. Clark talk about, you motherfuckers. Yeah, you opened the door for your daddy to do this. So you got to understand that's what all that Afro-Semitic language group shit even got Coptic in there. And this is the same shit these confused niggas use for the Medunetta and all of that to usurp us, man. We got to wake up. We got to disown these niggas out here that's claiming to be scholars, and they using this garbage and using these fundamental lies and shit to steal our history. We got to discard these niggas. We got to discard these niggas right now today. We got to discard these niggas. I'm showing y'all what's happening right before your eyes. You understand what I'm saying? They trying to fool you. Them niggas ain't gotten Africa. They trying to take Africa. Them niggas is siding with them goddamn Habashas, Arab motherfuckers, Semitic motherfuckers. They trying to steal the whole of the African continent, and we cannot let them. I hope my peoples in Africa, you hear my voice. You always respond when I say yeah, and they come in and say, "We hear you, Seti. We hear you." Yeah, it's the Arab. It's the nigga that been bled. It's the niggas that been bled with the Arab blood. I have to say that. I have to say that. You see what I'm saying? That's the ones that's attacking our people that don't get down with Islam, that don't get down with none of that. You see what I'm saying? These is the one that's committing terrorist atrocities on our people that ain't nobody talking about. Ain't nobody talking about how they over there in Mali, how they was in northern Nigeria and all across Africa. They funding them niggas. They funding them Islamic Negroes over there to do the atrocities on our people. And nobody's talking about that, but goddamn it, I'm talking about it. I'm talking about it. And I want my people to wake up to what's going on. So when we even, I put that up there, fuck Vladimir Putin. Who give a fuck about Vladimir Putin? He doing the same thing. It's wars all over the place. Goddamn it, goddamn United States just got out of Iraq. They just got out of Iraq. These motherfuckers got enough nerve, and they just got out of Iraq. They went over there for 20-some years talking about they looking for a goddamn weapons of mass destruction. Them motherfuckers ain't found 2 firecrackers. You understand what I'm saying? They ain't even found a box of sparklers, letting on a goddamn nuclear. They went over there under the pretext they was looking for weapons of mass destruction, and the motherfuckers ain't even found a box of sparklers. What the fuck is we talking about? You see what I'm saying? So motherfuckers talking about, okay, they over there bombing Palestine. United States went over there and bombed Iraq. These motherfuckers in Ukraine. You understand what I'm saying? You got motherfuckers everywhere bombing the motherfuckers. And it's all in the shit the reason why they say they in there, all that shit is a joke. What it says is this. Based on security, black people, you better wake your ass up. You better come together. If nothing else but security, it's enough of our people, and we got to get our mind right. We got to quit being divided over this simplistic shit that don't mean a goddamn thing when you got so many of these wolves and shit, ravenous wolves roaming this planet, bloodthirsty wolves that's looking to, you understand, slaughter any people they can to obtain their resources, their wealth, and everything else. You better wake your ass up. They got a plan, a demonic plan to rule this planet and erase everybody that they can. In order to do that, you better wake your ass up today and get your mind right. And so, as I asked earlier, I said, what do you think the Russians, the United States, the Chinese would do if Hamas did that to them? And so I think to myself, it's wrong. Right or motherfucking wrong. You sit up here with your homies and you say, you know what? Man, let's go over here and let's do this shit. Let's do this shit. And did anybody, I want to know, when they were doing all that planning, I wonder, because you got to see the plan all the way through. You see? So when they say, you know what, we're going to go over here and we're going to slaughter as many people as we can. I'm quite sure that when they was at the table, somebody said, well, man, when we do this shit right, it's going to be on, right? You don't think they said that? Because you got to see, if you're going to think military minded, you got to see the shit all the way through. So when they decided to go over there, fuck right or wrong, this is a fight. You fight, bitch. You throw a blow on me, I don't give a fuck about no right or wrong. I don't want to hear no politics and nothing. Bitch, it's on. I'm firing back. Bow, bow. You understand? You fire on me, bitch, I'm firing back. Bow, bow. And I don't give a fuck how many times I'm trying to dismantle your ass. I'm trying to make sure you can't get back up to hit me no more. That's really basically what is boiling down, especially if I'm gauging what type of nigga you is, or Caucasoid or whatever. You understand what? If I feel that you gonna get right back up and try to attack me again, you understand what I'm saying? Because you can knock a motherfucker down, motherfucker get right back and rush you again. So at this point in time, I got to beat you all the way down. I got to beat you all the way down so that you don't get the fuck back up. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're going to attack me again. You understand what I'm saying? And so when they sat at the table and say, you know what? This is what we going to do. Don't you think somebody in the room said, well, man, you know if we do this, you know they going to bomb the shit out of us. You don't think nobody said that? So if a motherfucker know the outcome, the repercussions, what's going to happen if they do this, that, and the third, what the fuck I look like having some goddamn sympathy for a motherfucker that know the ramifications before the shit they gonna do? Come on, man. You do that shit to the United States, you do that shit to Russia, you do that shit to China, you sneak over their borders into their shit. Right or wrong? Right or fucking wrong. They don't want to hear no right or wrong. It's wrong, you cross my motherfucking borders. You cross the United States borders, you cross Russia borders, you cross China borders, right or wrong, they gonna bomb the fuck out of your ass. Period. So I don't understand what the fuck Vladimir Putin is talking about. I don't. You see? I don't. That's bullshit. That's just politics. You know, I'm going to be against them because it's in my political agenda, my nationalistic agenda that I do this. You see what I'm saying? You know, I'm going to back them. I'm going to back the air. I'm going to back them because we trying to get up on the West. That's all that's about. You understand what I'm saying? And then turn around and bomb Ukraine 20 times worse than they bomb in Gaza. You see what I'm saying? Gaza got a few cities. This motherfucker, Vladimir Putin, done bombed so many, they empty. He done bombed so many motherfucking cities over there, they empty. Ain't a every building been bombed. Every single building. They done decimated whole cities over there. And he got enough nerve to talk about what's going on in Gaza. Vladimir Putin, go sit your motherfucking ass down. You understand what I'm saying? You's a joke. You understand what I'm saying? You's a fucking joke. So family, don't go nowhere. We still turning up on this issue. I'm not going to stop. Come right black. We on this fire information today. This is General Cyrus Soon said, he's saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.